Week number 2 of the 2022-23 NBA season is over, which means it's time to run it back. This is Run It Back NBA Week in Review, Los Angeles Clippers edition.
Pick and roll, post up, crossover, step through, step back, corner three, dribble, drive to the hoop. We provide hoop news, hoop court truths, voice of the fan, win or lose. In-depth reports, locker room to the court. Peach basket can grasp all facets of the sport. So look here, lend the air in the air is the sound of hoop fanatics in the atmosphere. Your expectations, we will surpass it. Attractive like a magnet, tuned in the Peach Basket. Live broadcasting, even podcasted. Got a question, don't hesitate to ask it. Intelligent news with no static. Turn on your tablet when you gotta have it. Drop updates quick like a rabbit.
I'm Jose Salviati, formerly Clippers featured columnist at Bleacher Report and currently editor and contributor at thepeachbasket.net. Now, the Clippers had a bounce-back week in week number 3. They were 3-1, which is certainly better than week number 2. They started the week with a loss to the very good Pelicans, 112-91. After that loss, Clipper Nation understandably began to grumble. And things weren't looking great. It's still early, but things just weren't good. Something seemed off with this team. Then they beat the Rockets, 95-93, and again, 109-101. The Rockets are not a great team, but remember this Clippers team lost twice in a row to the youngest team in the NBA, the OKC Thunder, earlier this season. So the Thunder's playing pretty well, admittedly, but still the youngest team in the NBA, and the Clippers lost to them twice. So 2 wins over any team is a good thing. After those 2 wins over the Rockets, the Clippers beat the improved San Antonio Spurs, a team that wasn't supposed to be good this year and are. There's a few of those this season. They beat the Spurs 113-106. While it's too early to say that the Clippers are back, it's good to see them playing better. What surprises me, though, is how disjointed the team looks. In general, good teams play with a flow, right? They know where each other are going to be. This Clippers team doesn't have that cohesiveness that Clippers fans have come to expect. At times, they look almost confused on both ends of the court, offensively and defensively. It's just weird. One big plus, in my opinion, has been the play of Ivica Zubac. I don't know why I have such a hard time with his name. Big Z. He's such a solid center for this team. And it's interesting to me because he's as good as he is in an era that kind of devalues his position, at least the way he plays the position. Big Z is not a three-point shooter, but he is a rim protector, a rebounder, has good hands, and is averaging 10 points per game. And he's the kind of center that you really don't have to call plays for. And they got a couple, I know, but he gets the dirty work done, and he does such a good job of it. And amazingly, he's only 25 years old, which is crazy. He just feels like he's older. One big minus, though, has been the play of Terrence Mann. I'm a big fan of that guy. I just think he's a very good player, and we saw that. We saw it last season. He played with so much energy. He's a phenomenal offensive rebounder at the guard position. I really thought this was going to be a breakout year for him, but it's really been the opposite. He's regressed. He's averaging only 14 minutes played, down from 28 last season. So his time's been cut in half. And of course, that, if you're not going to play, you're just your timing is going to be off. Your contribution is going to be off. It all makes sense. But it is hard to see. It's hard to watch. It's unfortunate. Maybe not hard to watch. It's certainly unfortunate to watch. There's still time, but we really need to see T-Man get going sooner than later for this Clippers team. Now we turn to a segment we call Full Court Press, something I like to do, where I just type LA Clippers into the interweb and see what others are saying about the team based on the headline alone. This week, it's really just mostly Kawhi Leonard. And understandably so. I mean, I get it. Kawhi Leonard out. Is Kawhi Leonard's injury worse? And the Clippers are saying frustrated Kawhi won't make the trip. And then Paul Pierce saying that maybe Kawhi isn't being held accountable. I kind of want to key in on that. First up, there's so much secrecy. There's always been secrecy around Kawhi in general. And I think he made a point when he came to the Clippers to maybe demand that secrecy. That's just who he is. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's certainly the sense I get. So, whatever anybody says about, Kawhi is their opinion. There is no source. There is no factual information coming out about Kawhi. But, to Paul Pierce's point, I can't help but agree, right? I think about a player like Anthony Davis, who is kind of widely mocked for being injured a lot, playing half a season for multiple seasons in a row. Kawhi doesn't seem to get that same scrutiny. Now, he had a big injury. Right? He was out for ACL, and the greatest of the greats, Kawhi. I'm thinking Kobe Bryant. You tear your ACL, you're out. Nobody complains about that. But he has, and I'm talking about Kawhi now, he has missed a lot of games, sometimes for injuries that may not be as evident or as, let's call them crucial as a torn ACL. So, yeah, I kind of agree with Paul Pierce. I speak as a fan. I want to see him play. We saw him play at the start of the season. He had flashes where he looked amazing. Obviously, he's a difference maker for this or any team he's on. The Clippers are going to need Kawhi Leonard if they hope to be the NBA favorites that they were coming into this season. They're going to be great. They're good without him, but they're not going to be great without him. They're just not. So I get it. I think what's starting to happen is there's a bubbling around Kawhi Leonard, and it's only going to get worse. Now, I'm sure he's frustrated. I'm sure he wants to play, and I just hope that this kind of rights itself soon, and it's just something we forget about after he, comes out, plays, and does phenomenal, both for him and for the Clippers. But it's starting to bubble. It's starting to be something that I think people are talking about and people are interested in, and it's interesting to see how it will play out. We'll see. No one knows. Do not believe anything that anybody says. If it didn't come from Kawhi Leonard himself, it's probably just a rumor. But we'll see how this plays out. In week number 4, the Clippers have 4 games all at home. They've got the Utah Jazz, the Cleveland Cavaliers, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Brooklyn Nets. I have the team going 2-2 in week number 4. What do you think? Join me next week when we recap week number 4 and run it back to the Los Angeles Clippers edition. We'll talk then. Thanks for joining.
Bringing you the truth. Pick and roll, post up, crossover, step through, step back, corner 3, dribble, drive to the hoop. We provide hoop news, hoop court truths, voice of the fan, win or lose. In-depth reports, locker room to the court. Peace, basket, congrats, all facets of the sport. So look here, lend the air in the air is the sound of hoop fanatics in the atmosphere. Your expectations, we will surpass it. Attractive like a magnet, tuned in the Peach Basket. Live broadcasting, even podcasted. Got a question, don't hesitate to ask it. Intelligent news with no static. Turn on your tablet when you gotta have it. Drop updates quick like a rabbit. We got the answers, check out Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. The voice of the fan, the voice of the fan. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. Peach Basket, Peach Basket. The voice of the fan, the voice of the fan.